Hey, nice to see you again. Today we're going to talk about the Wismec Reuleaux RX200, which is this mod right here. Hey, Monkey Man here, and today we're going to talk about this Wismec Reuleaux RX200. Now, this mod is exactly like their Reuleaux DNA 200 in that it looks exactly identical, mod for mod. Okay, the only difference is the RX200 uses an EVIC VTC Joytech chip, and the DNA obviously uses the Evolve DNA 200 chip. All right. Well, let's take it down on the table and let's check out this mod. Alright guys, here's the unboxing for the Wismec Reuleaux RX200. Alright, here's the front of the box. And here's the back side, or the bottom of the box. Alright, let's see what's in this guy. Obviously there's no mod since the mod is sitting right over there. Here's the foam insert. You get a warning label. It basically says, please be careful what batteries you use with this. To make sure you don't have like torn casings and such. And then you also get a quick user guide. It's pretty thick. Gives you lots of info about it. Okay. And then further into the box, you get the USB to micro USB charging cable as well as firmware updates for the mod. Now let's throw this stuff on the side. The box wants to work with me here. Alright guys, here is the mod itself. Now, this compared to the original Reuleaux DNA 200, it's exactly the same thing except for a few tiny things. One of which is this faceplate, and this battery backplate has got a rubbery type coating to it. Okay. The buttons are a little bit different, as you can see from the DNA 200. Okay, they're both clickety. This one, however, is more of a solid feel to it, whereas this one's more springy. Okay. Also, on the original DNA 200 Reuleaux, this button right here has a little indentation to it, as you can see. Okay. Otherwise, they're exactly identical. Okay. Now take the batteries out of here. You just put your finger in here, your fingernail, and you pull it. Just slide it on out, and there it is. Okay. And you got magnets in the four corners. You can see it here as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me take the batteries out to show you. Here's the battery sled itself. Now, on the there are small markings on the outside. And if you look right here, there's a negative, and then the inside battery is positive, positive. When you flip it over, it's just the opposite. Okay, so it's negative, obviously, and then wait a minute, sorry, positive on this pin, and then negative on these inner pins. Okay. Now, what else can I tell you about this? Okay. You got a standard 510 connector, which is 22 millimeter. Okay. On the bottom, you have vent holes. These two are for the chipset, and these two for the battery. And you got 5 here, 5 here, 5 and 5. Then you also have 3 on the side and 3 on the other side. All right. You put the batteries back in, and then we can talk about how to use this unit. By the way, the connectors for the negative side on the outside battery is very springy. Okay. Same thing for the negative connectors on the bottom for the inner two batteries, or inside two batteries. Very springy. Alright, this mod is a collaboration between Wismec and Jabo, as you can see from the power button right here. Okay. If you look on the bottom, I hope you guys can see it. It's got the Wismec logo. Then it says Reuleaux RX200 right here. And then it's got a few other things other than the venting holes. All right. Now, to change, this is this mod will do nickel, stainless steel, and titanium and temp control. And this chipset, like I said, is like the Joytech eVic VTC. All right, the same chipset, but this does not do bypass mode like the eVic. All right, and it goes between 1 watt and 200 watts. All right, and to access wattage, you would have to hit the power button 4 times. So you go. Okay, and then you can see on the screen it says wattage. Now, let me cruise this by and we'll get up to 200. All right, and it does not round robin. It doesn't go back to 1 watt. So let's go back down the other way. All right, so let me kick it up to 40 watts. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, now you can see about the battery, and you can see the battery indicator. The top is ohms, your resistance. The bottom number is your wattage, and over here you can see the temp is set at 450 degrees, and it says Ni. Ni meaning nickel. Now to change that, you would hit this button 3 times. Okay, now it says Ti, as you can see right here, for titanium. Click it 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Now it says SS for stainless steel, 1, 2, 3. And now you can set it to power mode, like if you were using a Canthol build. All right. Now I'm going to be using nickel, so let me hit this 3 times. And it says nickel. All right. So now since I got 450 degrees and it says nickel right there, which is what I want, it says 0 because I have no atomizer plugged in, or tank, or anything else for that matter. Here's your micro USB port. Okay. And then if you want to lock the device, okay, you press the up and down buttons at the same time. Now the unit is locked. You can't do anything from this point. Okay, let's put in the tank really quick. This tank, by the way, is a Mutation X MT RTA, and we'll be doing a review on that in a little bit. Alright, so I cannot change anything on the nothing. If I hit the button, it does fire. Okay, so it locks it so you can't change any of the settings, like in temperature or wattage. Okay, so let's unlock it. It's unlocked. Fire it, and she's going. All right, well, let's take it back up, and we'll talk about this for a little bit. Alright guys, what are my final thoughts on this device? if you're really looking for a decent mod out there that you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, as in anything above the 150 mark, and you want 200 watts, this is it. It works. You put, and you know what? You put any coil in there, you got Kanthal, nickel, titanium, or even stainless steel, and it's going to work. Price on this guy is anywhere between $15 and about $75. Okay, and I will leave a link on the bottom here to tell you where you guys can get this. All right. What do I not like about it? Let me think. The screen size. Screen is kind of small compared to the DNA. As you can see, there's a big difference between the two. Another thing I do like about it is the batteries. I got three 18650s in here, and the longest I've had this so far without charging is a solid 4 days. Now, let me explain. At 4 days, I'm vaping at 40 watts, and with this nickel coil, I'm vaping at a 0.22. That's pretty good. At a 0.22 nickel dual coil, it's working. And at 4 days, that's phenomenal. None of my other mods are doing that. Now, what's the size comparison between these guys? Here's the boxer mod. You got the lava box, okay? And you got the Reuleaux. Alright? The Reuleaux is the heaviest. Alright? Of course, you got, you know, three 18650 batteries in there. Width-wise, the boxer's pretty close, as you can see, with the boxer right here. But this shape, this whether you want to call it ergonomic or not, it fits. It really fits in my hand. If you guys are familiar with the Snow Wolf, the 200 watt box mod, this is basically it weighs about that. Maybe this is a little bit heavier, but it's very, very close. There's not a lot of bad things I can say about this. You know, you put in a tank, you put in a RDA, whatever it is, and she just works. And the batteries last a few days, which is nice. Not a bad thing. Other than this rubber, which I do like, it gives good grip. Like the button. Okay, the button's really clickety. Does it make noise? Very little. Okay. Yeah, it does make noise, but it's very, very tiny, minute. Otherwise, it's pretty good. I've been mucking around with it for about a few days to about a week. I say a few days in a week because I've been doing the other mod. All right. Well, I think that's about it. That wraps up the Wismec RX200. Don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe. You guys have a great day. Monkey Man out. What the fuck? Hey guys, one thing I want to add about the Wismec Reuleaux RX200 is that unlike the DNA 200 version, which is this, there is no e-scrap software or anything like that where you can change the screens and such, you know, on here. There's nothing like that. So don't get this mod expecting to change the, you know, settings, or if you want to check how your battery's doing, like a battery analyzer or anything like that. There's nothing like that, okay? This is strictly pop on a mod, or excuse me, pop on a atomizer of some sort, and it just goes. That's it. Now, question is, if I lost this today, would I go run out and get it? My answer would be no. And the reason, and the only reason for that, is that I have this DNA device, the DNA 200. Which version I like better? This one, the DNA, obviously. Why? because I like to customize everything. I like to customize screens, the whole ball of wax. All right, I like to do all that. But if you don't want to do that, get this. At this price point, which is between $50 and $75 for a 200 watt box mod with temp control, that's flipping awesome. And it works. It's a solid machine.